Hello, fellow human beings. I'm sorry if you're terribly confused and angry right now because of this rant. All are emotions that I'm currently feeling because I've discovered the absolute worst people on the face of the planet. Now, I've been hearing about these assholes for a few years, and these are the people at the Westboro Baptist Church. Church. They're more like a cult, but I'll explain that in a minute. Basically, their message is extremely homophobic. It's extremely anti-Semitic. They have a campaign called God Hates Jews because Jews killed Jesus, even though Jesus was Jewish, so that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But on to that in a few minutes. So, they basically exploit tragedy and overall death and destruction to spread their message of hate because they think that all natural disasters, all terrorist attacks, all mass shootings, all deaths, all plane crashes like the recent one in San Francisco were caused by the wrath of God because we are beginning to tolerate our fellow human beings in this country. Now, granted that there are 37 states within the Union that do not treat our fellow human beings equally, but that's not what this video is about, maybe another time. Now, basically, they go around spreading hate. They're so hateful that the KKK is like, whoa, calm down. That's how hateful they are. That's pretty messed up. Like, okay, so I'm going to read to you their tweets. Yeah, I know, it's shocking. They have a Twitter, they know how to access the internet via computer, and with the way they think, I would have thought that they would have the average IQ of someone living 2,000 years ago in Jerusalem and wouldn't know how to operate even something as simple as a car. But, you know. So, I'm gonna search for these people, and their Twitter is run by someone named Shirley Phelps Roper. So, here we are, Shirley Phelps Roper. These are her asshole tweets. Let's see what she says. At least one killed and 60 missing as runaway Canadian oil train explosion forces town to evacuate. Hashtag God sent the day for 60 missing. Hashtag God's all-consuming fire. Now, when they talk about fire and death and destruction and a raging mad God, they're not representing the Christian faith. In fact, they are worshipping a deity that is closer to the devil figures of all religions, like Satan, Kali, who else? I'm trying to think. Mara, the Buddhist demon of temptation. So they're worshipping some deity that's close to a devil figure because it is hateful and vile and angry. So they're basically picking a few verses out of the Bible and running with that to spread a hateful message, and their God, they have stated, is mad and shaking with rage. So, this is just complete fuckery. I'm sorry for the language. I should be conducting myself in a professional manner, but I'm just about to lose my shit. This is total fuckery. Bitch, bye. So, I mean, come on, listen to this stuff. God promised destruction would follow the day you put same-sex marriage in place. Hashtag as it was in the days of Noah and Lot. Okay, so first of all, the argument with Lot is obviously referring to the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, which, if you read the story, it was the story about the people of Sodom and Gomorrah refusing hospitality to the angels that were sent by God. I know this because I used to be a Roman Catholic. I'm no longer a Roman Catholic. I've left the church for reasons that I'm probably not going to go into right now. Mostly because of their stance on my fellow human beings, members of the LGBTQ community, but that's for another day. So basically, these people are saying just god-awful things. They're total assholes. I mean, watching press conference, nasty dyke firefighter just failed to mention the dead, which is obviously contradicting what they say, and they're referring to the fire in Prescott, Arizona that killed, I think, 19 or 18 firefighters, which is obviously tragic, and I'm really, I feel horrible because I used to live in Arizona, and that's the state that I spent a lot of my life in, so I feel horrible about that tragedy. Obviously, I have a little bit of a personal connection to it. So for them to go on the attack and say, oh, she forgot to mention the dead, but their messages don't worship the dead, they have a sign that says that, they're just contradicting themselves to get attention. They're media whores. What else is there? You know what, I'm just done. I'm just done with these assholes because every single tweet is infuriating me more and more, and I would read them all to you, but I'm simply not going to pay them this respect. They hide behind religion, and they hide behind the First Amendment to spread their message of hate, and I'm all for the Constitution. I believe in upholding the Constitution to its fullest, even though, yes, I am liberal, and I do not agree with some things, but I do agree that the Constitution should be upheld to its fullest, and all of the 27 amendments that are in it. So these people do have the right to say what they're saying. That doesn't make it right, it makes it awful. I mean, they have been condoned by, not condoned, condemned by President Barack Obama, saying that their message is reprehensible. So that's pretty much a nice way of saying, yeah, their message is awful. And the reason that they're so mad at Canada, if you're wondering, is because the Canadian Parliament, I believe, voted to not permit members of the Westboro Baptist Church from entering their country, which I think is awesome. I think the United Kingdom did something similar in their parliament, which I am very supportive of. However, they are citizens of the United States, and they do have the same rights, although I wish they wouldn't, because they mock our service members who died to give us the rights to say what I am saying, and to say what you are saying, and say what they are saying. And they step on the American flag, which I believe is illegal. I think there's some ordinance or law that says you cannot step on an American flag or hang it upside down if you are not in distress, which they do commonly. Let's see if I can find one really, really infuriating one. Okay, this one's about the plane crash that killed 2 Chinese nationals in San Francisco. God threw down the plane. Hashtag God will not have same-sex marriage, hashtag God hates fags, hashtag look for whores and more, hashtag blowing up. I don't even know what that says. I think they forgot how to grammar. So in conclusion, if you see these people, be loving to them, because I feel that they need a sense of love, because obviously they don't have that towards their fellow human beings, and I believe that once you get to the core of every religion, no matter what it is, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, whatever, once you cut through all the crap that's been tacked on over the years, over the millennia, the message is the same. Jesus taught love and acceptance, so did Buddha, and so did the Muslim prophets, so did the Jewish prophets, and so did a lot of the gods like Krishna, things like that in Hinduism. So it's just ridiculous that these people are hiding behind Christianity, but yet they're worshipping a deity that is closer to the Christian devil. And not to mention they're a cult consisting of 100 members of the extended family of their pastor, Fred Phillips. So I hope you've enjoyed this rant, and I hope it hasn't been too, hope it hasn't been too, confusing or angering. If you want to find find out more about the Westboro Baptist Church, you can look them up. You can also look up some awesome videos of counter-protests that people have done against them, which, if they ever come to my city, that is what I'm going to do. And don't worry, if they do, I'll have it on film for you guys. So until next time, thank you for watching, and please subscribe.